Welcome everyone to Jasmine TV episode 346. Today is April 8th, 2017. Couple of major changes to the show. I don't have my headphones on. Help, I can't hear myself. This is terrible. Also, I got the green screen installed. That is awesome. So my room is now transparent again. Today we're going to play black hole chess, which is where there's certain areas of the board that you better not travel nearby or you'll get sucked up into a black hole. Those squares are asymmetric, D5 and F5, both on black side of the board. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that impacts the different strategies from the two players. So without further ado, let's just get that started right now. I'm going to click play with a friend right here. I'm going to choose 1+4, my favorite time control, and grab this link, throw it in the chat, see who wants to play some black hole chess. Bam. So we're going to get an opponent right here. Now, I need to draw the black holes on the stream for you here. So let's see if I can do that with, it might be tricky, with, let's add a new, you may not move into or through D5 or F5. Ready? I need to get some black hole chess going here. D5. I have right here with me, look at this, a little post-it note from the Security Alarm Corporation. And the purpose of this post-it note is to tell me, ooh, you moved into an illegal square. I got this idea when I was playing centerless chess and I cheated a bunch, or maybe once, twice actually. I moved my bishop through the center and I also moved my king, I think, into the center of that game. So someone in the chat said, hey man, I have a solution for you. So you cannot move here or here. So we'll see how this goes. I guess I'll play c5 and get around the center a little bit. So I need to draw little things on the screen for you. So I'm going to use a what are they called? Application, color source, display capture, game capture, image. I'll use an image. And I'm going to add, you know what we're going to do? We're going to use the rubber duck because I don't have time for this mess. Let's do a transform and reset the transform on the duck. I don't see it. Oh, I've deleted my rubber duck. What a disaster. I am super unprepared for this. Super unprepared. I needed to get my black holes. I had my black holes ready, but your guys' black holes aren't on the screen, and that's just simply not acceptable. I apologize. D5 and F5 need black holes on them. Let me use my massive brain to come up with a solution here. Okay, I'm not. A long time ago, computers were big. They were like the size of a room. Literally the size of a room. There were vacuum tubes in them, and they were loud. Today, computers are small. So when I say massive brain, I think I forgot to push the turbo button to speed up my brain. Computers used to have a turbo button. And so that's what's going on right now. So just remember that D5 and F5 can't be moved into. While I press the turbo button on my brain, because I'm having some trouble here, I'm going to add an image, and it's going to be a new image called image. And I'm going to browse to an image that looks black in my assets folder. I have two kinds of assets. The first I don't tell you about. The second one is a bunch of pictures. Where's my assets folder? My camera is blocking it. Is it in documents? There it is. There we go. There we go. Now you can't see anything, but I don't care. This is much better. You will no longer be confused. But if I make this really small, this tiny thing, which is a beautiful backdrop, can represent the black hole. I need to move a lot faster. There we go. Shrink that black hole down to size. There it is on D5. So we're almost there. Oh, my time. Where do I move a bishop? I guess here. No, I'm going to fianchet out of this thing. Wait a minute. It's going to be blocked by this black hole on D5. So maybe I should... Great. I'm halfway there. He's put his... I'm going to play A5, actually, and get the bishop out this way. I can't. His queen is on that battery. He's silly to double up his rooks here, though, because of the black hole. D5 blocked. I'll send him a winking face. I don't know. I guess I won't play bishop a6. Okay, now I need to add one more of those. This is very stressful. Add image, existing image. Okay, there it is. Now we got to make that one small. We're almost there. Almost there. I'm going to play this because normally you don't want to create a hole on d5, but look at that. There's already a hole there. This is fantastic. So I can already, oh, how do I shrink this thing? He added me time so I can configure better. Thank you. Thank you for the time. F5, right there on F5. All right, the black holes are in place. Now we can play chess. Okay, so I'm going to prepare for, oh, I can't play F5? What am I thinking? That's like the one of two squares that's block. And now we're all just kind of maneuvering. I'll play king into the corner. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so now that I can focus on this game, I can see this bishop can't do much here. A5 sure is stupid looking now. Let's give him some time too, since he's so gentlemanly. I am even more ready now. Let's pin the knight. I think c5 would be a great square for a knight. So, especially now that he can't attack it with a pawn. I'm going to do this anyway. After I get my knight here, this is going to be pretty good. Pretty good maneuvers coming in. So, any square that a knight can get to that enemy pawns cannot reach. See, he has no pawns in these areas. This is really good for me because it's an outpost for the knight. The knight can't be chased away by pawns. So that's a great improvement there for my knight. And now it also covers this square. So I can get my bad bishop traded off. It's actually a good bishop, but just bishops are really bad in this variant. I think this is perfectly safe. Should probably take the knight, but it doesn't matter. Now, what's the next plan? This knight's in a great place. This knight, can we move it up here? That would be really good. Let's put the rook here, maybe. I mean, this is an obvious problem on the square. If I could get that pawn push, that would help. Yes, yes. Okay, so this knight could be moved up. Oh, no! Silly chess whiz. Hanging that pawn. Anything we can do now? That's smart. I could push here. I better play f6 so I don't lose this pawn. Okay. Chess with black holes. Wait! Wait, you cheated. Ah, good, good, of course. What am I thinking? Okay, so this episode is getting off to a kind of a rocky start. But now that we have the black holes on the screen, we're gonna enjoy a smooth and pleasant episode. I had an activity the other day which was so brutal, and when I tell you, there we go, add him a little more time. You cannot jump that. When I tell you what the activity was, you're gonna be like, whoa, that's such a brutal activity. I can't believe you had to do that. And it wasn't forced labor in a prison camp, although it was kind of similar. So what about this move? And then the knight could come here. I love this c4 square. I want to attack it more. I did just create a hole here, though. See, now I'm going to get two outposts, and this is really cool. This is great. Okay, the activity was cleaning an oven. An oven, which is like where you put things to cook them. And turns out what you do with ovens is you cook nasty stuff onto the side of the oven. That's the actual purpose of an oven. It's a hidden purpose. Here, and then back, and then I promote this and win. Yeah, these black holes are no problem. In fact, they're protecting my king because he can't kind of move in these areas very well. Perfect. So ovens are very hard to clean if you've never cleaned one before. Here's what you do. You need a bottle of poison. That's the best way to clean an oven. And you can tell it's poison because on the front it says, warning, do not use, you will die. And on the back, oh no, more blunders. If he takes my knight, I've got this like with checkmate. If he takes this, not quite checkmate, but I don't care. Take, 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 take. So maybe I'll just push here and see how bad it gets. Let's see how bad it gets. Might be kind of a tangle for him here. I mean, because if he trades all his rooks for my rooks, suddenly my queen is sitting on this file. I can come down here and promote as well. This might turn out great for me. Take, take. I think he's going to struggle to get this pawn stopped now. Ha, he can't jump to the black hole. Perfect. Oh, perfect, Chess Whiz. You're perfect today. You're really perfect. Oven cleaner is so toxic. It basically says on the back, like the entire back, the font is tiny and it says things like, if you breathe this, you will not be able to have kids. After using this product, wash your entire body. Wear gloves made of solid, and then it's like scratched out. You can't tell. Checkmate. Cool. So it worked. Wow. So that actually was very successful. These two knights coming together like this, very good. So in your games, even if it's not black hole chess, if you're like, what do I do? I'm in the middle game. No, I don't remember what to do in middle games. What you should do is look for knights. If you have knights, then look for great places to move them to and maneuver over there. It works. You just saw it work. Let's play another game. Let's play another game of black hole chess. See how this goes. I'm being told in the chat to decrease the size of the black holes, so that if a piece moved accidentally to them, the piece would be visible. Nah, the piece should be consumed by the black hole. Do you think a real black hole would be like, oh, sorry, I'll get a little smaller because if I suck up some matter, you might see me? No, black holes, you can't see them. So this is perfectly realistic. Game 2, black hole chess against Tom Uni. The rule is, I deleted it. You can't move into holes. I hope he obeys the rule. Otherwise, I'm the only one playing black hole chess. It is you cannot move a piece through or into d5 or f5. I had that in my clipboard and then I copied something else. It would be great if Windows had multiple clipboards, didn't it? But you can't have that. There's a conspiracy. So when I was cleaning the oven, I did get some oven cleaner like in a bad place, and I got cancer for one thing. But wow, that makes such a huge difference. You're basically trying to separate. Imagine if you have a piece of wood and your fingernails, and you're trying to separate the wood into two pieces of wood with only your fingernails. That's what cleaning an oven is like without poison. But if you spray poison on there, it just falls off. It's perfect. So I highly recommend poison. Very good. It's very good. So because of these black holes, I think I can attack. Oh, they're in the wrong spots because I'm white. This is serious. D5, F5. This changes everything. Okay, this seems great. So I need to move my post-it notes as well. I've got little things on the screen here. D5 and F5. So this, I think I can attack on the king side. In the last game I played toward the queen side. There was a lot of area over here that I could kind of move into. But as the white player, I don't want to do that because I'm confused right now. So I think I'm going to play toward the king side and just see how that goes. I think he wants to play e5. Let's just produce a battery here. That's legal in this country. Let's get rid of this bishop. He might do something with it. Yeah, this is good. This is definitely changing the game. Having the center blocked up like this definitely changes it. Wow. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I've been getting some great suggestions on the YouTube channel about different variants. In fact, next episode, we're going to play a variant called Hot Pocket Crazy House, where, you know, in Crazy House chess, you can have pieces in your pocket. Well, in Hot Pocket, which is pretty unhealthy, you can't keep them there because they're too hot. They burn your hip. That's the story behind Hot Pocket. Your hip is burned. Pretty good story, right? Once upon a time, your hip is burned. I love that story. He's going to play knight e6? That's pretty lame. I wonder if I should just play e4. Pretty stupid move with those two black holes there. The e-pawn is just altogether stupid, and so is the bishop. Everything is stupid. Wow. Massive stupidity. I think I'm going to pawn storm him over here. Maybe I'll play f4. Because if you think about it, his bishop can't come through here because of the black hole, so why don't I just do it? I could play a rook lift and do something over here. I think that's going to be pretty fun. He can't move through that black hole. I'm perfectly safe. I'm safe. Winky face. I hope he reads that because I sometimes encounter cheaters who cheat, and I sometimes find them by looking in the mirror. I wish I could play b4. I wish I could play knight e6. So I'll just play a3. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I play like this? Get the queen in there? Why not? So let's see what happens here. Knight e6 doesn't work anymore, but let's take that and push here. These black holes really change the game. So I could... He cannot. This is weird, guys. He cannot put very much pressure on my e-pawn because the two squares he would like to move to are... Let's adjust this hole a little bit. It's kind of moved out of orbit. Are blocked for his pawn, you know? And I love this because now his bishop here is really, really stuck. It's really interesting. For those of you just joining us, black hole chess, you cannot move into or through these two black-looking squares. I'm going to leave this the way it is. I like this. My knight's kind of cool. His knight's kind of stupid. Man, I don't want to defend that. I really don't. But I shouldn't let him capture it. I want to play queen h4. That knight is so bad. His knight is so bad. His bishop is so... These pieces, they could be not on the board. It would be almost the same. Wow, look at that. Because the knight here is blocked by the holes. My knight will play here. Kind of strange move, but this is covered by the bishop, so no problems. Interesting. Interesting. And now, I'll lose my c-pawn as part of a strategic genius. Nah, this is exciting now. This is exciting. I have to tell you that, because otherwise you wouldn't know. You'd be like, oh, well, this is kind of boring. But no, this is exciting. I'm telling you right now. And the reason it's exciting, I don't know yet. We'll find out. 3 attackers here. Is he going to play h5? He does. Wow, nothing happening, huh? I can't get through this F file. Can't get through the D file. I could play e5 at some point. What? Okay, I guess I shouldn't have said it was exciting because we just kind of bored ourselves into a loss. That was a boring ending for this exciting game. GG. I'll say, was that a good game? I don't know. Kind of not. Yeah, I don't like knight a4. I mean, it was cool how it was attacking the b6 pawn, but knights. We talked about last game how knights should go like to squares that can't be attacked by pawns. I should have mentioned not on the side of the board because there's a saying, a knight on the rim is stupid. It's a good saying. I'm getting a challenge from 2003. This guy is wanting to play a 30-second game. So let's see if he'll agree to the rules. If he won't agree, then I won't play. Otherwise, we're going to try 30-second black hole chess and just see how it goes. But let's make sure he agrees because he might not be watching. He is 2300, so he probably can see. Most people who are 2300 can see. He just says good luck. Dubious. This is dubious. Reaching out through the internet to strangers is very dangerous. You saw the quote today. It's something like the internet. It's dangerous. Don't go there. He says, okay, so let's try it. Let's try this kind of game. Here we go. Let's see if he cheats. He'll probably cheat. By mistake, of course. That's always the way I cheat, by mistake. It's kind of like driving too fast. It's always a mistake. Oops, I'm sorry, officer. I got my digits mixed up. 35 miles per hour. I thought that was 53. Oh, is that kilometers per hour? I thought it was kilometers per second. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's always just an honest mistake. Let's see if he makes a move. Go. Go. He's left. Like he's left. Like he's the great What a joke. What a joke that was. Great joke, man. Well, I'm trying to say you're a joke, actually, but also that game was a joke. Okay, so let's put a game in the chat here, see who wants to play one more game of lovely black hole chess. In this game, we're going to attack on the queen side, because we learned on the king side you just can't really get through. But one thing we could do is castle queen side, and then attack on the... Am I dumb? I'm kind of dumb, huh? That wouldn't work. Castle king side, attack on the queen side, because there's 3 open files over there. That's probably the way to go. It's really hard to get through the center in this variant. Really, really hard. So, our next opponent. Oh, cool. There's a new feature. It says open challenge waiting. Look up there. Open challenge waiting. And then I can eyeball that. So I'm going to play with Shish after all. We're going to play some black hole chess because he's back. Let's get the rules here. Put them in the chat. Good luck, man. Have fun. You cannot move a piece through d5 or f5. Into or through. Shish. Shh. 2003? Was he born in 2003? That would make him 13 years old. Probably not. Maybe he graduated in 2003. That would make him 36. That's more likely. He's on the internet, though. You know, the average age of the internet is increasing, but at first it was pretty low. In the early 2000s, lots of kids on the internet. I was one of them. Move! Not only are you wasting my time, there's hundreds and hundreds of people watching right now, if you count the ones watching in the future. Thousands, tens of thousands. Oh, and he starts off by cheating. Isn't your pawn in a black hole right now? So your pawn has been consumed. Do you English? So another thing I did with an oven, this was just yesterday. I had an oven with a missing front. Like the door was there, but the front was missing. So instead of being a beautiful oven door, it was this concave shape, and I needed like the front of it. Am I okay? 1, 2, 3. This doesn't seem good. Let's try that move. That is an exciting move right there. So I traveled to a faraway land to get a front for the oven door. This is kind of working. This is not kind of working. How often do you get 2 knights under attack at the same time? But watch this. Check. That was pretty cool. But I can't save my other knight. Can't move it there or 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 there. Dubious. The other player may have left the game. Claim victory! Yes! I beat him! That was awesome! I think he must have connection problems. Well, that was not black hole chess in my opinion. So we're going to try one more black hole game, and then we'll call it a show. So I traveled to this big country, and I traveled to this location that sells oven doors, and I'm like, I'm all dressed up because I had to get dressed up for this location. And I've got this huge oven door, and I parked like down the street. I'm coming down the sidewalk, and it's like this big city, so I'm super scared. Hundreds of thousands of people live in this city. Eek! I don't live in such a big city. What if they attack me? And then in this dark alleyway, there's these 3 suspicious-looking guys, and they're like smoking cigarettes and shooting cocaine. And well, at least the cigarettes part. What squares? Oh, great question. What squares is a great question. And I'm like, well, if I just don't keep my eyes down and I don't look at them, then maybe they won't jump out and hit me with a large iron bar. I need to move the squares. So I do that. You know, I slow down just a little bit so I don't look like I'm like trying to escape them because they'll probably attack me if I do that. And then I saunter past and I can see the appliance parts store right next to where they're hanging out, like the next store over. And I'm like, I'm almost there. Like, looking not at them, like not too much forward, just like, sauntering past. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Carrying this huge oven door. And I'm like, I just need to get into that door right there. And then one of them calls out, he says, "Hey." And I'm like, and he says, "You need a part for that?" And I'm like, no, this group of gang members hangs out near an appliance store and harasses the people who need appliance parts. No, they got me. Now they're going to beat me into a pulp. Maybe I can challenge them to a chess game. Then they'll beat me into a pulp figuratively instead of literally. So I turn and I look at them, and they're all looking at me, and there's these big, strong guys. I'm just like, no, because you see how nerdy I am. Like, my arm, it basically is detachable. It's so small. Attack capture this? What do I do? This bishop is so bad in this variant. How do I use the c8 bishop? I think I'm going to put it here. Could work. So I think, well, maybe I better respond. Otherwise, they'll chase me down. So I turn back and I'm like, yeah. And he says, let me see what you got. And he wants to take my oven door from me. I'm like, no, if he takes my oven door, I will never recover. I need this piece of an oven door. First time I've ever thought of that to myself. Usually I think things like, boy, this is a bad chess position. But in this specific case, I was thinking, I need this piece of an oven door. But there was nothing I could do. I mean, it was like he was taking my lunch money. So I handed over the oven door. You can't take my queen. And he looks at it and he says, come on in. And I have to follow him into this dangerous looking alcove, shady place. But there was nothing I could do. So I went in then and I could see everywhere. There were like oven parts and range parts, which is the same thing. And like washers and dryers and everything in this. And it turns out they were 3 employees of the store. And it turns out that was like the side entrance to all the spare parts section. So he's like, well, let's see what you got here. And he's like, oh, this might fit. Bam, let me clean it up. Bam, let me put it in. Bam. Boom, boom, bam. And I was done. And he put my door together for me. Turns out he was not a dangerous guy at all. All I had to do was pay him and he let me go. It was great. It was great. So the moral of the story is there's no moral. This is Chess with TV. Why would there be a moral to the story? Are you crazy? My stories don't have morals. They barely finish because I get distracted by the chess. Usually I just tell the first half and you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? This story is so exciting. At least I imagine you're thinking that. You're probably thinking something else. And then I get distracted and you never find out what happened. If that happens, just let me know. And I'll ignore you. So I made it through this file. I got that bad bishop traded off. So this is going pretty well in my opinion. I've got something to attack down here as I've drawn on the screen. This seems like I could capture it for free. Look at all the things I've got attacking that square. So it seems like I could get that thing. Let's go with the knight. So picking up a pawn here. This pawn's a little exposed, but it's my extra pawn, so I'm kind of happy with it actually. This is just trading down into a pawn up ending. This is perfect. I've just perfectly played this game. Let's see, his rating is 1311? Question mark? Am I in the wrong view? No, I'm in the right view. Now I look at his rating and realize that I should have checkmated him by now because I'm hundreds of points higher. You ever notice that? Like if you don't look at the rating and you're like, yes, I'm doing so well. And then you look and it turns out you're actually playing against a frog on the internet. You can't tell. It's actually a fish. Fish is an official chess term. It means bad chess player. So you're playing against a fish and he's like, blub, 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 bad move. I'm not saying you're a fish, DK Obama. DK Obama. What if it's the real Obama, former president of the United States? I can't prove it's not. Maybe it is. We'll play here. Let's just not get checkmated. Step 1, don't get checkmated. This seems pretty good because he has to, if he doesn't trade, he has to defend his knight, which I like that. I want him to trade, of course. He didn't trade, he has to defend his knight. See? I told you. Let's just keep pushing this. I'll win this way. Should be a quick win here. Just have to turn that into a queen. And then he's going to want to trade stuff for it. At first he's like, no, I don't want to trade anything for that pawn. I'll lose. And later on he'll be like, if only I could trade my knight for that pawn. I have to trade my rook for it. No. So soon he'll be thinking that. My face is kind of big. I guess it has to contain my brain, so it needs to be big. I have an older brain. It's not the top model. The newer ones are like super small and fast, but mine is older. Still has that turbo button. Check. See, now he's wishing. I wish I had taken that pawn with my knight. He wishes. I know he's wishing that right now. I got you, Obama. The fun thing about playing against a guy named Obama is at the end of the game, you get to say, thanks, Obama. Of course, you could say that any time, but watch this. I'm going to say it at the end of the game. In 2 moves. First queen here, and then checkmate with a pawn. It's not happening. I have to add him some time here so I can checkmate him better. Get back here, Obama. Never thought I'd say that. I want to checkmate you with a pawn. Block that. No. Obama, you're annoying me. Let's entrap him. I want to checkmate him with this pawn, which means I need to be attacking this square and this square with my queen, so like this. These squares are all attacked. Checkmate! Wait. No, I didn't attack that square. Oh, you know what? The black hole chess is going to be a problem here. Because we can't move into the black holes. I guess I'll just checkmate him. At least I still get to say thanks, Obama. That's the good part anyway. Let's not stalemate this guy. I can't find checkmates. I'm not very good at this. This'll work. Ready? 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 30 seconds. Thanks, Obama. That was fun. Well, I think that's going to be the last game. Appreciated you hanging out for the end of that game because it was kind of slow. Let's hide these 2 black holes now. If you want to play black hole chess against somebody, you can put your username below the video and say, I want to play black hole chess, and this is my username on lichess.org. That's lichess.org where we played. Someone else is going to scroll down there and see it and send you a message, and you can play black hole chess with them. Total stranger, but it is possible. If you stick around, next episode is going to be Hot Pocket Crazy House. It's going to be fun, but we're coming up on episode 350, which we're actually going to do a really cool speed run of a really cool game. You can find out exactly what game that is if you visit the website at chesswiz.tv. And thanks for watching. This has been ChessWiz TV. Thanks for watching. I have to click this super tiny spot in order to make myself disappear right here. But in order to find that spot, I have to be looking at the screen. But if I look at the screen, I can't look at the camera, and then I feel like I'm bumping my microphone. So what I need to do is get my mouse to that spot before I say thanks for watching. You can really see me struggle with this in various episodes, but now we're going to do it correctly because I got my mouse right there. Are you ready? This has been ChessWiz TV. Thanks for watching.